Enigma only catch that target, or you Cyclone him, in fact. You can just wipe the rest of his team and deal with him when he comes down.
Yeah, I guess the reason why they picked Lina is because she's a Yule's carrier. It's extremely good for setting up stuns, controlling the Brewmaster, easy to land. While Ursa goes in, uses Enrage by so much time. He goes down, doesn't have Enrage anymore. Also, an extra lockdown for Lina. This is interesting ban. TA is known hero that does so well against Lina in the laning stage, and the TA received a lot of buffs. I still didn't see a TA during Kiev's minor, but I think we're gonna see this hero being picked, especially at this major.
Instead, things like Viper coming out that are seen as a counter to the TA. Maybe that was part of the reason people didn't want to think about it too much. Everyone's just too obsessed with the Viper. As a Viper crates, there isn't room for anything on the side, Lacoste, right? You got to pick that hero, build an ATOS, and win the game. Of course, we won't see it this time around because it did get banned out in the first phase. Quite rightly so.
It could still be Lina on the off lane, but
we don't see it too often, though.
Yeah, EG has the last pick, so I don't think it's worth it. They banned out TA, which implies that it's gonna be a mid Lina anyways.
I mean, the reality of that as well is you're running a Lina against an Ursa, and despite the nerf of 5 movement speed being reduced on Ursa, he's still a race car, and he could still easily run you down. Not the kind of friendly fuzzy bear you want to run into in the middle of the woods at night.
That's not a teddy bear.
You can't get away from him either. You know, like, there's a reason that they say when you're attacked by a bear, or it looks like they're going to attack you, stay perfectly still. Mainly because it doesn't
work against Ursa. Yeah, it's not a Yogi bear who's just gonna steal your basket full of food. You're old enough to remember Yogi and Boo Boo Bear, right?
Sure, yeah, I remember. I don't know, Yogi.
Yellowstone Park, Ranger plus 2 bears.
Those are the times. What was there from that? I actually watched some things really old, like Danger Mouse. I don't know if you ever heard of that one. I think that's like UK-based thing. Hong Kong Fooey.
Nah.
Nah, these ones
I watch good old
classic
good
Looney Tunes. So. What are you on about? I watched Looney Tunes. If you didn't watch Looney Tunes, I don't know what we're doing here. Like, we'll just end the cast. I'll find someone who has some cultural taste.
Looney Tunes.
Damn right you did. And Beastmaster coming. Okay, so this gives them a bit of bulk. I'm still concerned about the Ursa threat. Have they addressed that? Or are they just basically kind of throwing the Beastmaster on the bus?
They have good heroes against her. So you have Troll, you have Tusk with the save, as I mentioned, Lina with Yule Scepter, Beastmaster to hold them in place. It's also BKB Piercing ability against Enigma. So they're looking for a mid hero, a male's hero. They don't have the best heroes against Puck, so they might want to go for it. Or if they want to group up something with tower damage, Dragonite sounds better, does well in the laning stage against Lina. But it's also a free Puck game, so they could go for it.
It'd be better here because you got Brewmaster and Enigma. You have a decent amount of push if you're EG right now. They go for the Mirana though.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's kind of a elusive hero which fits the Storm, Ember, Puck profile. You're not affected by Tusk rotations. That's the thing. Chen can't really gank you with the creeps. Tusk can gank you with the snowball or shards, you're just gonna leap over. So overall, good Mirana game to start with. If Troll uses ulti, you can just leap away. Definitely. Not a hero that we see too often. She received the buff. I'm not sure if that's even a buff. Arrow speed is higher, so it's harder to dodge. But if you're not used to it, is it really a buff?
Exactly. You have to recalibrate how you actually fire those arrows. It's a bit like when they changed everyone's movement speed, right? That threw a lot of people off for a few days while they readapted. Any skill shot hero especially.
If you don't have Alpine set for Ursa, you should not play this hero.
Alright, I've got enough money on my Steam. I guess I'll just have to charge my Steam. And how much is it now? 250? 300? I think more than that?
I think it's around 2k, to be honest.
Oh yeah, because it's like 400 per piece. All right, nice. Yeah. Fine. Thanks, Lacoste. It's going to be a few paychecks for me to be allowed to play Ursa again. I kind of like this Mirana. It's been this hero that for a while has felt like this kind of cookie cutter pick for a lot of teams, where I don't know what else we're going to get. But I think it works in the mid lane because your agi gain is so high, right? Like you can actually take over and start to force your opponent out. Whereas when it used to be played in the roaming position or in the off lane or the safe lane, it just didn't feel like you were getting value because your agi gain was so high. Like your early damage isn't that great, and your attack animation and attack speed aren't amazing.
Oh, yep, I agree with that one. Ursa placed the ward, has Stout Shield, Tango, and Orb of Venom. He knows that he's playing against the Beastmaster most likely, but they might swap things around. Troll is already on the top part of the map, northwest part of the map, as I like to call it, and he's not gonna have a good time laning against the Troll Warlord. First of all, he's a ranged hero, has a slow, has a miss, so EG will need to swap things around.
Yeah, a little bit of musical laning might go on here. Let's try and get the initial advantage, and of course we do see a lot of teams at this level, if they're forced to make that rotation, they'll try and TP as support in first.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can't have a favorable matchup against Chen, because he's just gonna recall you, and you're always gonna have the matchup that you want.
So the only way it really works for EG is if they find a killer and then convert that into a lane advantage, because Chen's always going to just win the musical game of laning.
Beastmaster summons a Boris and Enigma instantly kills it.
3 XP. Thank you very much, he says. Actually might get the bird as well. Oh, no, just out of range. They know where the sentry is, though. Maybe wasn't worth trying to actually hit up the bird. Like Chen's already moving towards top. Should be revealed where the Ursa is in a second. And Blizzy might decide instantly he wants to be out.
And he scales Holy Persuasion. They started swapping.
Yep. They get the favorable matchup. And that means that RTZ won't easily be able to dominate this lane. They can force him out pretty easily. You can already see Cheap moving forward. Harassment on onto RTZ. A lot of armor, but a lot of damage. And he didn't bring that much regen to the lane either.
Yeah, he went for Orb of Venom. He decided that he's gonna lane against Beastmaster his whole laning stage. I don't think that's gonna happen. I mean, even if you did, you're still playing against Beastmaster, who has this Boris and can slow you down. The good thing about tag team is undispellable. One more hit. He doesn't have a flash.
He's got Walling Axes. He cancel the flash.
Oh, he gets it.
Oh no, this is not good for Arteezy now. I mean, you got tangos, but between you two, you got 5 left, and you got a lot of HP to regen.
That's a cute play from Crystallize. Enigma is just jungling Soneiko, trying to steal some experience and harass at the same time.
And he's going to farm his children. I mean, he's got the Hadouken ball if he wants to go for it. Get one,
he doesn't have Hadouken Boy. He has budget.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He took the Mind Stealer. Okay. We're going for this classic mana burn strategy. You are against an Ursa, right? The only time you're concerned is if you've got points in the overpower. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, dive coming out. Sumail, that was pretty bold, though. Turn around and poke and prod, but he needs to be careful. The Dragon Slave is available. Magical's going to move forward, but needed one more hit. He couldn't find it.
Yeah, he tried to use the level advantage that he had, level 3 over level 2, and this is the build that I've seen Miranas go for. No points in arrow, instead you leap and land 2 Star Storms on his head, extra damage, a lot of kill potential.
A little bit of action back and forth, but still no one's head has been claimed. 0-0 at this point. Okay, moving towards the bot lane, maybe they want to try and make a play, because if you're talking about 3 heroes with even just level 1 tag team, there's easy kills to be found here, now with the ice shards available as well.
Yeah, the cute play that I see from Enigmas when they're just jungling is they buy Ring of Regions, sometimes even 2 Ring of Regions, and they give it to their offlaner. And then they build Soul Ring and Helm of the Dominator from these 2 rings.
Definitely would help Arteezy out. I mean, he's full HP now. He actually brought out additional regen, extra 6 tangos and a salve. Make sure he's safe. Meanwhile, top lane, pretty quiet. Both of these offlaners just kind of content with getting whatever they can. There is a slight XP advantage for S4, as Na'Vi did start with 2 up here.
Yeah, I don't think there's too much kill potential until Brewmaster gets level 6, but he doesn't have enough money to buy a bottle, so he's gonna get harassed a lot by Boris's.
You look at the CS chart, the Brewmaster is doing pretty well, but RTZ is suffering so much. Once he gets level 3, though, that's where you see this power spike, right? The second level in Fury Swipes is the threatening one.
Yeah, once he gets level 3, he's gonna be only one level from level 4.
That is how numbers work.
Yeah, that's how it works. I don't think Ursa level 3 is gonna do anything in this lane.
Not against the Whirling Axes.
Against Troll Warlord, you can't do too much. Enigma picked up an Invis rune, but alright. His creep is blocked.
Okay. Yeah, Seneco's trying to shut down Crit's ability to farm. He's even invading to try and pressure him a little bit. Got an Invis rune. But better back away. A shard's coming out from Chu just to make sure RTZ can't get the pull through on the creeps. Does at least get the range creep.
Yeah, pretty
We'll
static game, considering that there's a 1 versus 1 matchup where no one was gonna die unless someone gets level 6. There was some aggression on the mid lane and bottom lane. They're playing extremely cautious. Ursa, just 9 CS, does not want to die. Farms when the lane gets near his tower.
Which is pretty abnormal. You're talking about a game with a Tusk in it, a Chen in it, an Ursa in it, and yet no one can fight each other. Runes 3 will be going the way of RV here. S4 at least claims 1 for his team. Did pick up the bottle as well. He just wants to try and just spam out the claps and force Blizzy away occasionally.
Dire's bottom tower is under
We're in the race to level 6, but what can you do after that? Snake meanwhile being rude. RTs will move on top of him.
Oh,
and they finally find it. There's your first blood. EG, they were hungry for something. On top, you're saying about S4. He's moving forward with the Drunken Brawl. He has got the split. Going to throw it out. He wants to kill the Blizzy. There's a rotation coming in from Sumail and Crit, so that should be enough to secure the kill. Cycloned up in the air. Has got the arrows. Going to move across so nothing can block it out. That should secure a kill onto the Beastmaster. And EG, they got sick of this static laning. They're finally, proving that they can achieve their third place victories.
Yeah, easy execution, but they have 2 catapults coming their mid lane, so there's gonna be a lot of damage dealt to that tower. Divine Favor on Siege Creep.
Dire's structures are
When I read the patch, I thought that the Siege Creeps are buffed, but they lowered the numbers, so the damage on the creeps, non-hero units, is pretty much the same.
Might have been a buff to like Alacrity combos though, right?
Why is that?
Trying to think, what was the change? Was it an increase in the siege damage? I'm trying to remember now, actually. Teach me, Lacos.
Alacrity?
Because you increased, like, I'm trying to think, did they decrease the base damage? I'm trying to remember what the change was.
Yes.
Yeah, but then did they change the siege damage at all? Or did they leave the same?
Ursa with no mana, ganking, what
It's
up?
okay, just needs to hit a few more times. It's not like
What is
Fiery
going
Souls allows
on?
to move faster.
I mean, he has Arcane Rune, but no mana to cast his spells.
It's not like he's got a lane right now. What is his choice? Try and kill mid or go back bot where a troll is just doing whatever the hell he wants. I don't like those odds.
Oh, they should have known that they're not gonna have a good matchup for Ursa since they're playing against the Chen. And I think it hurts them a lot, the build that he went for with Orb of Venom starting item. And they don't even try to swap lanes anymore because it's kinda useless.
Looking pretty rough, and RV, I mean, we haven't seen much of them, but they're a certain decent dominance in these lanes. You're not seeing these pickoffs that Sumail was looking for early on. He can't now because if he screws up once, there's a giant beam of light blowing his face off coming out from Lina. Light Striker Ash connects. Might better get him.
Has no
Decides
mana.
against it though, no mana.
Sumail knows it and can't play aggressive. Has 2 raid bands, Fairy Fire to work it. He should bring Raindrop against Lina. Also extremely effective. Nice play from Chu, but
I mean,
he got
not
stuck.
Quite. Yeah, he didn't go up to the high ground. Even if he did, it would have been Mirana. Instead, this might actually save his life. He'll salve up and move away now.
I don't think that was the play that he wanted to, but in the end, it ended up even better than he expected.
Hey, we don't know. Chu might just be that much of a god, right? All along, that was the plan. He wanted to bait them out. Because in fairness, Sumail did actually just leap up to the high ground expecting him to be there.
Yeah.
Down in the end.
I mean, if he fools Sumail, he can fool us as well.
There you go. Well, let's see if Magical can fool them. He's going to need to. The arrow has to get dodged. He's going to try and throw out the Light Striker Ray, but it's too late. The damage overwhelms him. The TP will not be in time. In fact, it's a very long one for Chief.
Well, Mirana hits for almost 200 damage with DD and Alpha Wolf. This tower, they are pinging it out. Double damage still up and running for half of the duration. This tower is just gonna die.
Chu might as well just, cue the elevator music right now because he's just more or less standing here idle, not able to do anything about it. Crystallize did get the bot tower, but obvious value going to EG there. Just get that tier 1 tower and open up the map as a result of that mid lane now being accessible.
And Brewmaster, they need to use this split. Oh, and you can't use split.
Well, I don't know if he's going to get it. There's a Laguna to make sure he doesn't. They're still going though. They say, okay, they used the Primal Roar, they used the Laguna, they've got nothing left in the chamber. We could make a play. The bird won't reveal them because they are affected by the smoke, but Sumail might actually reveal himself if he throws out an arrow here.
That's a lad on Beastmaster with 2 points in Inner Beast. Oh, good scan coming out from Radiant. I bet that was Soneiko. He reads the map so well.
But like usually we see how like anyone who plays a lot of Chen just understands the dynamics especially well. Yeah, Arteezy's done so. He's not getting out of here. They throw the rock forward. Magical's pursuing in. Can they? No, they can't actually. He's just fast enough. They use the Moonlight Shadow as well to ensure.
Magical was not in a good position to execute that gank.
No, I thought he was going to precast the Dragon Slave to get the movement speed, but instead, he just wanted to try and get in there and Light Strike Array. Cost him the kill. Moonlight Shadow, they're trying to actually utilize it in aggressive ways. There's a movement coming out from both Crit and Sumail. Let's see who takes the bait in the mid lane. Chu is hanging far back. He does want 6 and is getting close, but is it worth your life? So sure. Neko has got his read material now, so again, another point to the Holy Persuasion. He can begin to amass an army to start pushing on these towers.
Yeah, he bought a tome for himself. Usually Chens are kind of under-leveled if things are not going well, if there's not too much action happening early on. He popped the smoke for himself only. I'm not sure that's very effective. He has 2 shard golems though, so...
It's about fly.
Cole is being pinged out.
Yeah, they know where they're playing. They've just circled on the map. They're like, okay, this is the area they want to play around in. So it looks like Na'Vi might just play a game of dodge at the moment, try and get some more gold on Crystallize. And he's going towards that Battle Fury, so they're in the game of buying time right now. Understandable as well, because you look at EG's lineup, the Ursa, I mean, it's this hero that can be effective in the late game if you've got a single target to deal with, but you're talking about a lineup that has a Lina and a Troll.
Yeah, because Ursa is not having a good time, Brewmaster has Blink Dagger queued up. He still might swap things around if things start going well for him. Buy that Hand of Midas. He also had the solo lane for himself, which means he's extremely high level. So they just need someone who can start a fight, and Blink Dagger is gonna give him that.
Of course.
They're standing on a ward. They saw that.
Oh dear. Let's see what Na'Vi want to do. If they just want to dodge or try and use this smoke against them. Obviously, the latter is much more risky. So they'll probably just back up, but they are under ward vision here. There's a cat smoke. They're moving forward, they want to fight. If they actually catch S4 with the Primal Roar before he splits, they could take it. Problem is, Flight does have the False Promise.
Yeah.
There's Primal Roar. Pretty early, False Promise comes out, initiates the split, Blizzy in trouble. Arrow doesn't quite connect. A little bit of Stormtrooper accuracy there. Blizzy trying to run off, but it's a little bit too late. Now Crystallize moving in with the Whirling Axes, but can't connect on the Sumail. The pings come out. He's out of leaps, and he might be out of life too. Gonna stun him up initially. Troll can't actually begin to fight this. Gonna slow him down. Sumail. They're all through onto. They're not actually gonna drag in Crystallize as well. As he gets out of vision, he has an Invis rune as well.
Oh, that's a huge mistake. I mean, you're playing against Mirana. You should expect her to use her ulti, no reveal. And now EG is gonna take the bottom tower with that Alpha Wolf plus some Eidolons, more than enough.
And Na'Vi will try and just push on top in response, try and find some value here, because the Beastmaster hasn't really been able to do too much tower damage, even though he's got that Flads, even though he's got a decent amount of XP on him.
You can't really use Beastmaster ulti like that and expect that you're gonna grab a kill. There was no Lina near whatsoever. Even if she was, Oracle is gonna be the primarily target for that roar.
the big problem. And they're going to just go for Roche instead. Na'Vi say, okay, they're pushing in the bot lane. We'll take advantage of this. The thing is, EG no, and they have heroes nearby.
I don't think EG cares too much about that Roche. You can see Enigma and Ursa just taking a tier 2 tower on the bottom. Tag team plus Alpha Wolf, not Alpha Wolf, Boris and Vlad's. That's a lot of damage, but I don't think EG should be too much considered about this first Roche 14 minutes in.
No, they'll just let it happen. So Crystallize gets his hand on Aegis, but they did have to give over the tier 2 tower in the bot lane, which means when that pushes in now, you force someone down there to defend, EG can pounce on anywhere else on the map, basically.
Yeah, and you can see the adjustment coming up from EG's side, where Ursa bought full drums. So with the drums and phase, he's gonna have a lot of movement speed, and they have almost full Blink Dagger finished on Brewmaster, so he's gonna be the one starting those fights.
See if they can do exactly that. They need to actually look for the opportunity where Troll's alone, so maybe try and play around the top. They've got a vision of what's happening up here from Na'Vi. Maybe they try and just jump on Blizzy. Blizzy seems like the ideal kill for them, right? Because then they've got no hard lockdown, you don't get forced to use the false promise preemptively.
Yeah. The good thing about having Oracle and Brewmaster is that you're getting that split off no matter what.
And you know, you look at the focus, right? EG, you have to take out the Oracle if you want to fight. Otherwise, as we saw last time, you throw out the Primal Roar, it's instantly gone. That's your big initiation ultimate just wasted.
Oh, they're gonna go and Troll.
That's what they're gonna do. Crystallize is here. Drums activate, gonna club into him pretty damn hard and bring him down. That's the Aegis expended already. The TP response is coming in from Tusk alone. Need to get more people here. Then the Black Hole as well. Now they're gonna snowball through, but maybe too late. The Battletrance activated though. Troll cycloned up. They'll turn around, look towards Chu instead. They say, okay, when he comes down, no Battletrance, no life. And it holds true as he does fall. Crystallize dead. Pursuing, looking for more. They're going pretty deep, but S4 just back up. They can hit onto the tower. He zoned the rest of Na'Vi away. Heels up in the air. Light Strike Array is going to be there. RTZ though. Force them away, and Beastmaster is on the split push. He's got a Cap ult with him as well, but in the bot lane, so do EG. A little bit of a race, but instead EG decide to back away. They don't want to give over a tower. Not even if it's an equal trade. Instead, they leave someone behind. Crit abandoned by his own team. Tumail will look for the TP away. Chu doesn't have any abilities. They might better find Fly though. They've got the Ice Shards in two.
Beastmaster from behind.
There's the Primal Roar. They find RTZ. There's the false promise to protect him and Fly. He knows he's not getting out of it. He's going to try and root them and buy time so that Ursa can at least go in for a kill or retreat. Instead, Ursa makes the move to try and attack them back, but it's too late. He's dead.
They got what they wanted. They got 2 kills in Troll. They got tier 3 tower, and they didn't lose their own. So all good for EG. All their ultis are on cooldown, which means they're not gonna play that aggressive. They're just gonna keep farming up, farm that Guardian Greaves on Enigma, so they can group up. It's just by having Guardian Greaves carrier when you have Oracle in your team, it just feels so good.
Definitely an item that has been getting a lot more attention more recently. People just identifying how useful it is to these early pushes. Attempt on the Sumail's life. They'll cancel that though. He's still got 2 leaps and a haste rune. Might be a little bit too bold to try for him. They can push for this tier 2. Especially with the Black Hole not being available for another 100 seconds. And Na'Vi know this.
Catapults, Divine Favor. This tower is donezo.
Way to save it. And only 1 tower remain outside the base for EG. The map might start to feel a little bit small. And I mean, this is what happens when you use these big ultimates. And now they're going to be punished more. Light Strike Array going to come out in Enigma. Maybe protected by the Moonlight Shadow. Trying to move away. Ice Shards through. They've got him. Dust is there as well. War's punched up in the air. Enigma in a lot of trouble. They're getting rid of the Laguna. He's gone. They just need to back away now. What do they want to? I mean,
Na'Vi understands
they're looking to fight.
Where they can play aggressive. There's no Black Hole, there's no Brew Split, and they used it now. They want to just farm their jungle. Brewmaster Split is going to be up. That's their team fight. Soon Vlad's to be picked up on a Brewmaster. That's going to give him some extra damage mitigation against the Troll Beastmaster. Even Lina deals serious amount of right clicks right now at 4 points in Fiery Soul.
And that's the beauty of the way Na'Vi's playing this as well, right? They're playing that aggressive, not only to find those towers and punish these big ults being on cooldown, it's just alleviating any pressure from Crystallize. He's building his lead at the top of the net worth chart. And then who farms on EG side, right? Like Ursa, not really a renowned farmer.
No, Ursa doesn't farm as fast. Usually, let's say the way Gambit plays Ursa is he always goes for Hand of Midas so he can scale into late game. In this game, Arteezy kind of forced to go for a different kind of an item build because he was not having an easy time. But if they grab a kill or two on a bottom lane, surprise them once again, this is a free set of Raxes. And Soneko knows something is up, so he plants a Sentry and Observer Ward in front of it.
Tower is under attack.
Put down Sentry as well, so they'll see it, they ping it as well. The problem is Na'Vi can't commit too heavily into one target because the Black Hole and the Split are once again available for EG.
Man, this Lina is gonna deal so much damage in a fight.
Oh, Blizzy.
Divine
Okay,
Favor
no,
plus DD.
that's not the TP out attempt you want to try. Beastmaster's dead. Now they're going to try and fight in the bot lane. Na'Vi charging for Soneko is going to be rooted up down to half HP. Goes through the ice shards, not connecting though. Bring it back to way in time. If he commits the split, but they got rid of the split pusher for it. Probably the most important thing.
Yeah, once Beastmaster is out, Na'Vi should try to play aggressive. They need this Blink Dagger on Tusk. He's getting close, 500 gold away from it, so he can start the fight. Otherwise, they really can't. Beastmaster has a Blink Dagger, but he was on a different side of the map.
Yeah, he's focused on the split pushing, and that's what the Blink is doing. It's not his initiation tool, it's just so he can safely do that. Moonlight Shadow being used, they want to backstab here on the Magical. There it is, trying to root him up on the spot. He'll use up in the air, but it'll be brought back down to his death maybe. And the God trying to turn around. The Black Hole comes out though just for the Lina and the creeps. The side Chu trying to back away. The False Promise was expended on the fly himself to keep himself up and alive. And he will live. Ice Shards through won't be enough. He's full HP, but Chu, he's soon to be no HP. They run him through and kill him off.
Oh man, Oracle, what a hero. He purges off Yule Scepter, DD, Divine Favor, you name it. Everything was thrown at the Lina. I mean, they just expected this Lina to deal a lot of physical damage, but they got surprised once again by Mirana ulti.
Nonetheless, it's not really playing around the vision. I mean, when you don't see anyone on the map like that, you've got to suspect something is up. That Na'Vi feel like they can make these plays, and you can make the argument before that, yeah, it's space for the troll to farm, but now Mirana's catching up.
And Ursa has that Basher, so I expect the next item for him to be Blink Dagger, because at one point you need that mobility.
Dire are scanning.
Drums only get you so far, and you don't want to have to rebuy the recipes. That doesn't feel like value. Scan hits, they know who's here. Most likely the troll, they say. Been the guy they haven't seen too much of, and they'll realize he's been playing in this quadrant of the map the whole time.
Yeah, he's not been involved in a single kill in this game, even though we don't have too many kills. 13 so far, 22 minutes in.
I mean, he made that nice play onto the salve that Arteezy tried doing in the lane. That's probably the most fancy part we've seen the troll so far this game. They're just trying to farm, says, guys, just buy me more time. But now that the Mirana does have that Maelstrom, Sumail's farm rate has actually increased exponentially.
Yeah, Sumail has been quiet so far, involved in 5 kills. Most of these were kind of a team kills. He didn't go for anything too spectacular. That's something that we're used to see from him when he's playing these elusive heroes, Miranas, Pucks, Storm Spirits.
Actually gonna go for another Moonlight Shadow play. Someone wants to go in, Arteezy. So he's got that bash, he wants a chance to use it.
Na'Vi wants to fight right now. They have double BKBs, 10-second BKBs.
No Black Hole though. Big problem. They see Crystallize, they just back away. That's not the entrance they were looking for. They need to actually try and just breach this squishy backline of the Lina and the Chen. Feels like anything else maybe takes a little bit too long. Because unless you've got people perfectly stationed for a long time stun, there's no way you kill that troll before he hits R.
The vision game from EG is extremely good. They have the sword which scouts the movement, and it also scouts a lot of the smokes. The one between tier 2 and tier 3 tower on a mid lane. They also saw the rotations coming out from Shrine before they killed it. They're controlling the map right now, even though they're playing against Beastmaster, which has a Hawk. The next fight should be around the next Roche, which is going to respawn in 1 minute and 40 seconds.
Good thing you actually highlighted that ward as well, because this is something that kind of goes underrated when teams do this. The Beastmaster gives so much vision that you have to adapt the way you ward, otherwise you just have no vision on the map, because it's so easy to go for those D-ward.
Yeah, but usually you don't expect them to have this kind of ward, and this Ward scouts so many smokes. Because you don't smoke in a base, not everyone wants to go back in the base. They usually TP on tier 2 tower if someone was missing and others are still around. So Tusk has that Blink Dagger. They're gonna try to initiate on a Brewmaster, not the target that you want to go for. He has
well, he wants to go for you. Split's coming out. There's the arrow as well. Tusk in a lot of try. He's got the snowball. Will he get a chance to use it as a question? Hand to God to try and keep him alive, and it won't. Cyclone up in the air. Tron when he comes down, he's got the BKB. Doesn't want to have to use it though. Might be forced to. Getting pretty low. Needs to do something. And just try and back away. They can't hold him place any longer. And his team aren't there for him right now. S4 split will end. So back away. Arrow connects to the magic
arrow.
But they don't want to do it. They're too split up. Look at Arteezy. He's in the mid lane. Nowhere nearby.
They just try to force a BKB from Troll. Patience from Crystallize. Paying off. But that was Brew ulti with Arcane Rune. So next one is going to be up in 50 seconds. Tusk can't really afford to go aggressive like that because you can't initiate on a Brewmaster. They need to find a kill on Oracle or try to force him to use ulti before they can start a fight.
I mean, it's definitely not that useful as a hero if you also don't hit your shards on the choke point. That was the big problem as well. Like, he completely missed it.
He choked there for sure.
He tried to back away straight away, and beautifully done by S4 to just instantly go, okay, that was a mistake. He doesn't want this anymore. And even if you do hit those shards, I mean, which heroes you stop him? Because Mirana was backing up from that angle as well, and she has leaps to jump over anyway. So eventually, you're not going to stop anyone because EG's lineup, you've seen Ursa go for the BKB next, probably will dip back for the Blink, right? Then the Enigma will eventually get a Blink Dagger as well. Just everyone will be able to move past those shards. Well, apart from the Oracle, but then again, he doesn't care. He'll just hang back with his cast range talent at level 15. He'll be able to save people from afar. Sun's coming out of Beastmaster, and they'll steal the creep. Snowball, blink in, they're going on a crit. False promise to try and protect him. Light Strike Array wants to go for the Black Hole, but can't actually move in. He's stunned on the spot. Crystallize the BKB, there it is. Black Hole in the 2, interrupted by the Primal Roar though, and now crit, he just melts. He's gone. Yule's up in the air, Brewmaster in trouble when he returns to the ground. No split for 14 seconds, he won't get a chance to reach it. They hit Sumail with the Whirling Axes. Ice Shards through. They ping on Arteezy. They want to pursue this. Chu does have the Snowball as well. He'll move through. The enrage is available on the Earth. The buyback comes out from the Brewmaster. They want to turn around and start hitting us. He needs to hit the Shrine to stay alive. Looking for more. Seneko will go down and now turns around the enrage. Troller taking a lot of damage. Needs to go with the Battle Trance. Needs to fight up against this. But Ursa, they can't. The Disarm coming out with the Phase Eating. He can't do anything. Troll locked on the spot. Turned around on and killed off. And now chasing for more. Yours is going to come out. Lina, no easy way to escape from this Wolfpool as well. They just obliterate Na'Vi.
Yeah, and Roche just spawned, so it means Na'Vi will need to buy back or they're gonna play against Cheese and Aegis. I expect them to give Brewmaster either one of those because he just bought back and they want to have him in a second fight. Chu has a Blink Dagger, has shards. His Ice Shards were really not on point. Like, he tried to use it a couple of times in this choke points, as you call it. It was not very effective.
No, and EG, every time they see these small mistakes, they capitalize on it. They got us far enough away that the buyback was worthwhile. And, I mean, well, Chu, he spoke of him. He's making plays in the mid lane. At least find a kill into Oracle. And the questions will be asked as to why Fly was out there pushing it alone. I think it's
really not a place to be.
Despite that, you know, we've been saying, we just said there's been mistakes from Na'Vi, but EG proving they're only human as well. You know, you get a little bit confident, right? You take those big fights, you're like, there's no way they instantly punish me. And then you learn that actually in a game with Dota, there is such a thing as a close game.
Yeah. If they use their Yule Scepters, their Beastmaster Roars, and they don't target Mirana, and they should not, she's just gonna... Oh, right.
They're gonna try. Prime Roar comes out, there's a leap first. Used up, though. Should be able to escape from this. The stun interrupts Magic from using the Light Strike Array. Now, Sumail, he's got no more leaps. He needs 1 second to get it. The Aegis is gonna be expended. TP's coming in. Clap comes out Messful. No split for 25 seconds. BKB's activated. Looking to find this Crystallize stunned up. They're going to get pretty low. He's got the Battle Trance. Doesn't want to throw it out right now, though. The Moonlight Shadow does hide them. Crystallize. Trying to fight up. Battle Trance going to be there. BKB from Arteezy to move away, though. So thinking about turning around this. He might try in a second because Crystallize now has no way of staying alive. Let's turn around, but they can't. Light Strike Array to zone them out. S4 goes in the clap. There it is. Arrow through. Allows him to go for this. Chu with the Sobel won't be able to save the life of Troll. And now Seneko in trouble as well. He will fall. And Chu just needs to get out. Bash, though he can't. Instead, he goes down. Now the Bash is coming out magical. Light Strike Array finally going to be there, but the clap slows him down. The crit through. And Sumail gets himself a triple kill. EG.
I just said that one thing they should not do is try to go on Mirana, and they throw everything at her. They kill her once, and then what? They just fall
Well, there was
apart.
a window, right? There was a window to back it away. But
Yeah, there was a window
greed-
if you want to jump out of it.
I mean, I don't know. It'll be on the first floor or the 50th floor, because that felt like Na'Vi were being thrown out of a skyscraper. Blizzy will just try and slow things down and split push, but you know what EG are doing. They're heading towards the base. They want to go towards the high ground. They got Black Hole coming off cooldown in 3 seconds. Split available because they had an Arcane Rune anyway if they needed it before.
And
They are ready.
You can't kill this Mirana with this item belt. She has Lincoln Sphere against Yule Scepter to initiate or Beastmaster Roar. It's gonna be so good. Plus double damage on top of Mjolnir.
And look who they found. Primarol coming out. S4. He got punished for being out here, but now you're outside your base. Do EG want to initiate is the thing. It looks like they're going to actually just be cautious and back away. They might be interrupted. Arteezy. Uh-oh. Ice shards are blocking him in. Dust will reveal him as well. It's going to be a stomp coming out. Tusk locked on the spot. Can't initiate on Arteezy.
They know
Tusk is on him. Oh, there's the Yules coming out. They want to stop the dig before the Black Hole in the race. Moving in. Tusk taking a lot down to the bash. And now, False Promise from Texas Crit needs the Black Hole on 2. There it is. Drags it on the 2, but gets interrupted. Tusk almost there. Will go down. No, dead as well. And Sumail just dominating the fight with that DD. Troll on the side. Going to be disarmed again. He can't fight up against it. And Arteezy says, fine. You want a man fight? I'll do it. Let's go. EG down the mid lane, and once again the story is all about Mirana. This DD brutalizing the entirety of Na'Vi.
They're not focusing Mirana, and they can't because she's just too elusive. They throw a Beastmaster Roar to get a kill on a Brewmaster, and then they don't have no lockdown for her. They could see her having that double damage and still decide to take a fight. Really bad decision making from Na'Vi.
Well, they've made a decision to buy back on one here. They want to try and save the rest of their money, but they might be 2 lanes down because I don't think EG want to leave. They might have to though. Without the Brewmaster, they don't really have the team fight.
No, bounty runes just spawned. 13-minute mark. Let's see if they're gonna pick up all 4. Also, Fly is doing an extremely good job just keeping Enigma alive. Saving that false promise.
We have so many people that is useful, and that's kind of the thing that I keep looking at Na'Vi's line. Like, if you can't find Fly, how the hell do you find your entrance skill? Because he's saving everyone with these false promises. Well, anyone, rather. He can't save them all at once, but, you know, we've seen them try and initiate on the Mirana. We've seen them try and initiate on the Brewmaster or the Enigma, even the Ursa. It just doesn't work.
At one point, it's gotta be so tough for Na'Vi. I mean, it's already been tough for Na'Vi in the past 10 minutes to cut into backlines and try to find Oracle. Now he even has a 4-staff, has GPM talent level 17 because he was not dying. There was one death that he shouldn't die on that mid lane while trying to ward, but other than that, Fly's positioning has been amazing this game.
That's the way it goes, you know. You get it right for a while, you screw up once, and then you're just back in line, ready to follow orders, ready to fall back. We do see that a lot, right? We see teams kind of take a lead and they make one big mistake, and it's whether that mistake is big enough that the enemy team can capitalize. And right now, Na'Vi, they're falling behind drastically. 15k net worth lead for EG, and they've already taken a full set of lane, and the second one is exposed.
Now Ursa has Aghanim Scepter, which means that he does not give an F about your Primal Roars, about your stuns.
I like the way that they're playing this Ursa as well. We've seen a few more teams transition to this role, right? If you can't stomp the laning phase, you just become kind of a distraction and a tank more than anything else, because you do damage, and that forces them to do pro abilities at you. But when you've got a BKB and an Ags, how do they kill you? Pretty sure the answer is they don't.
Yeah, this troll had so much farm, but they did not utilize it.
So they just hang back. They made a few attempts, maybe on the wrong heroes at the wrong times, and as a result, Sumail especially now just asserting dominance everywhere, going for that MKB next to make sure that no one will stop him from attacking.
Na'Vi was losing vision game at the point where they should not.
With a Beastmaster saying that, yeah.
You have a Beastmaster, yeah, so you should be the one controlling the map with it. EG does not have any wards placed right now. They just placed one on the mid lane.
They just know where they want to play around. You just see from their position, their confidence. They know they can play this far forward, even with limited vision. I mean, they see one hero in the bot lane. That's enough information to know they can go for this tier 2 top.
Dire's bottom tower
Easy just scouting around the back. Does see them moving away, but now they can just push in, take this final out of tower. But, well, Na'Vi have done the same thing, and Blizzy, is he going to do the rinse and repeat that he likes to do? He just keeps these split pushes going, forces someone back, and then maybe goes for a kill on the other side of the map.
Yeah. Mirana just bought Boots of Travel, so she's gonna deal with the split push. Is Arrow gonna connect? He does not want to shoot it yet.
Instead, Na'Vi will just get... They see that there's one man there, but they do not know about these Boots of Travel, so Sumail's going to try and stay hidden from the map. If you can force a mistake out of Na'Vi, but they're kind of hesitant to even come out of the base right now. You can see it, right?
They don't have to risk anything. They have Roche opened up. That's the third Roche. If they can grab it on Enigma, double Black Hole, double Panda split, just to control the backlines of Na'Vi.
They're actually going to use the Moonlight Shadow, because if Roche does spawn quickly, they want an easy entrance kill that assures the Roche goes their way. But it's still going to be a minute and a half before the third Aegis will be able to drop to the floor. Na'Vi are pretty far at their base. TP in 20 seconds for Chu. Magical does at least have his. But they're not interested in that. They're just trying to slow down the push. You can already see Ursa in the top doing the same. They just want to try and choke off any movements by Na'Vi outside their base.
Now Brewmaster has level 20 Vlad's and Assault, so that's gonna mitigate a ton of the damage from Beastmaster, Lina right clicks, and most importantly Troll.
Radiant are
Troll, what's he going for next? He's going for that Sanj. No big power spike then anytime soon.
Scary.
Yeah. Wow, you're gonna maim... Oh wait, it doesn't even maim anymore. Oh, you got a little bit of stats resistance. Good thing we're just killing you with raw damage.
Oh, Arrow's gonna connect.
Well, that's scary. Chu has no easy way out. This will snowball. He'll buy him 2 more seconds maybe. He might as well just ran for the rune, to be honest.
I mean, he could have waited with the snowball and just blink out. You always have enough time.
Well, Arteta just made a solo move and just found a solo kill into Chu. Seneko, rather. So Chu dies, Seneko dies, and all of a sudden you're back in your base, Roche spawning in 20 seconds. EG have met their goal towards reasons to go for Roche. They might just go high ground, in fact. They've got Split, they've got Black Hole. Why not? Give me one reason why they shouldn't, Lacoste.
Yeah, I don't feel Na'Vi can come back into this game, even though there are only one set of Raxes down, but you should never underestimate the power of throw.
We'll have to see. EG feeling themselves a little bit too hot. We're going to Blizzy. I'm right. That's okay. Where was the overshock? Where was the overpower before the enrage? A little bit.
Hello? Pause. Check the hotkeys.
Maybe he thought he was going to get Primal Roared instantly. I don't... Trying to think of a reason to do that, but I mean, Arteezy's a god. He knows more than us. Not going to win these builds. Has the enrage again anyway due to the Ags clearing the cooldown. And Shoot's trying to scare Sumail away. We'll be able to do so. But they are running out of buildings in this bot lane. The melee rack's taking a lot of damage. The double catapult's not being dealt with. The axes will get them low, but they're still hitting. There it is. Racks will fall. So now you're 2 full lanes down. You can already see the move by Seneko just spotting out the Roche. And oh, they're going to try and sneak this.
Oh, Chen is stacking Roshan, so that's going to be 2 refresher orbs shards for him.
That's definitely how Roche works. I mean, you're going to get something ferocious as Roshan appearing in the pit in a moment because Sumail's on his way. And now moving in, sees the opportunity to Seneko. He wants to arrow through. He knows Crystallize is here. And Crystallize, being out the base like this, he's got a TP. He needs to try and actually get out now. They're going to go mid lane. Magical. BKB activate. Yours to try and move away, but Arteezy going in. He needs the bash, but where's the RNG? Bramroar comes out to stop him now. Crit trying to pursue forward. Can't get the black hole out onto 2. Instead, we'll hold on to it. Now, Blizzy being chased on 2 as well. Hiding in the trees. Magical trying. The black hole comes out. The Beastmaster to stun it. Might be low enough for Magical to move away, but no. Sumail gets the kill. They'll find one on the Blizzy as well. And now EG can clean up the rest of the base. The only move they have left is Crystallize in the top lane, just trying to split push.
And now we can start thinking what they want to pick and ban in the second game, because this one's over. They can just deal with the split push. They have Boots of Travel on Mirana plus a TP scroll, so she can be at their base in a couple of seconds again.
True. In the meantime, Arteezy's just going to hang around, knocking on their buildings a little bit. Going You can try and cut him off, but he has the enrage in the BKB. I would not commit heavily onto that bear if you like living. They'll just let them get away. And the problem with letting them get away in this scenario is that thing you tried to sneak a minute ago. EG don't have to sneak it. They can just willingly walk in the pit. And even if you know, there is nothing you can do about it.
This troll gets arrowed. Mirana's level 25. 3 arrows.
Toying with him right now. Sumel's going to use the Moonlight Shadow as well. There it is. Egg is picked up. RTZ now has a second life to work with, and this should be... Is it going to be double black hole? No, they want a double split.
Yeah. Well, that's better, in my opinion, because they just want to get mega creeps right now. Panda is going to use the split, control them with the Boulder and Cyclone, repeat if necessary, while they're having auras.
Well, they are setting up, trying to bring the creep waves in. They don't have control of the top lane wave, but if they can get the other lanes on the high ground, they can easily just push into these buildings. They've got enough armor, enough HP to tank it. They want to do. I think they're just waiting for the black hole. So 70 seconds before EG's likely to get super aggressive.
They're really not in a rush. They have 2 cheeses, Aegis, and Refresher. Plus, now they have Abyssal Blade on Ursa.
Okay, try and move in. Stun's going to come out on Ursa. There it is. Clap. S4 trying for the split. We'll get out if the snowball can connect and chew. He's in trouble now. He already used the snowball. Needs to move away quicker than this. Going to be pursued by Sumel. Blinks across to ensure the kill. Dodging out the Whirling Axes as well. Flyback comes out, but Ursa is already tapping on your buildings. Knock, knock. Is anyone home? Because if you are, you might want to start defending your final buildings. Cyclone keeping Lina up in the air. RTC moving forward. Disarm comes out though. He's just paying a lot of attention to range as well. They're tagging it all. Now S4 going to refresh, go for the secondary split. Midnight Pulse is out. Does a lot of damage to Tusk, and now Crystallize move forward the back transfer. The BKB is going to root off Ursa. Has to stand and fight with the false promise to keep him alive. Trying to buy time to another enrage. Maybe able to get the kill into Troll before you have to expend the Aegis. Might not even do so because he's healing up and up. And Magical throws down the Laguna, but it's not enough. The GG comes out in Na'Vi. They know they can't win this first game. Instead, EG taking the first game. Sticks them in the lead, and well, they are looking ferocious after what was, I say, a rough start, especially for RTZ in that lane of face.
I mean, it was a tough start, but